Hello everyone, I hope you are well and I hope you're having a lovely weekend. Today I'm going to be doing a video on revisiting makeup products. Now if you're obsessed over makeup, like I'm sure many of us are on YouTube, you probably have a ton of makeup you just buy and you just never use. Maybe not for any particular reason, but you just buy more and more and more, and then you just end up with a big box of stuff that you never touch. So I thought it'd be interesting just to go through it all and basically rediscover some products that I may have not given enough attention to. So I'm basically going to do this in the form of a tutorial and nothing is planned, so I hope it goes well because I'm not going to refilm this. So I've actually just done my eyebrows because I really don't have anything that I don't use in terms of eyebrow products. I use my Anastasia brow pomade and my clear brow gel. Now moving on to foundation, I have a couple of foundations that I just haven't tried enough to really make a verdict on, but today I'm going to try the Nars Sheer Matte, and I actually love the Nars Sheer Glow. I wore it for my 21st birthday. It's a beautiful, one of the best foundations in my opinion, if you're after that look. But the Nars Sheer Matte is just haven't really fallen in love with it, and the fact that it's a matte foundation, maybe I never will, but I just thought I'd give it a go today. So I have two shades here. I have Fuji and Gobi, I believe. And I got both because I had no idea what shade it was and I just bought it online, so I got both. And I think at the moment, because I have a little bit of a tan going on, I'll probably go with Fiji. And this is actually the shade that I wore for my 21st in the other formula. And this is quite hard to work with. I think Nars packaging is, even though it looks beautiful, you always get fingerprints on it, and it just, I'm such a clean person that I hate getting fingerprints on things. So I'm just going to put some on my hand, and actually Nars foundations seem to work best with your fingers, so I'm just going to use my fingers for these. And I actually think that Gobi would be way too light at the moment, so I'm glad that I went with Fiji. And I think because this is a matte formula, it's really best to use your hands too, because if you use a brush, it might not really, sink in well with your skin, and you end up with a layer of powdery mess on your skin. So I honestly will tell you what I think of this as we go along, because I haven't used it for such a long time. So looking at the foundation now, I actually think it looks a lot better when it's all put together. And it's kind of weird actually, because I'm used to having a real dewy finish, and seeing myself with matte skin is a little bit different than normal. But I do think the coverage is nice for me personally. You have to work very fast when you're blending this foundation, otherwise it will stick to your dry patches. So I would suggest, if you have dry skin, you're using this for the summertime, really work it into the skin with the fingers. And yeah, I do think it looks okay actually. Once it's kind of settled on the skin, I quite like it, but it does tend to stick to drier areas like here, so I kind of really had to moisturise that in. But I definitely would see myself probably wearing this foundation when it comes to, you know, kind of more humid weather. But I think it looks quite pretty, but I will have to add some highlight to my cheeks. Okay, now for concealer. I picked up the MAC Prolong Wear concealers a while ago, a long time ago. And I don't really use them because it just reminds me of the kind of very harsh, cakey under eye concealer that I don't like. But I'm sure I can figure it out and use it differently. I have two colours here. I have the NW15 and 20. I think I might should take a bit of both actually, because I'm kind of in between. And I'm sure you'll know if you use this, the pump is just awful. You dispense way too much product when you use this, so that's another reason why I don't like this product. So I'm going to be using kind of a really nice blending brush that will just diffuse the right amount of product. I've mixed the two colours together. I've kind of mixed them together, and I've just dotted off any excess, so I don't go in with, you know, huge amount of product. And I'm not going to apply too much. I think before I just used it with my fingers, to be honest. But I do know that it gives really nice coverage, so if you do have bad under eye circles, it'll probably be quite nice for you. But I know that it does crease and it can look a bit unflattering. So I think my favourite way to use this is to blend it in with the blush, and then just go in and smooth it out with your finger. So I don't know whether I'm going to use powder actually, because I don't really have a powder on hand, and since that's a mattifying foundation it doesn't feel too tacky, so I think it should be okay to use bronzer over it. And I have this really cute travel sized Too Faced, this is the Chocolate Soleil. Oh, it smells so good. To be honest though, it doesn't smell like good chocolate, it smells like really cheap, like, I don't want to sound like a snob, but it just smells like Hershey's or something like that. That's not that good. Yeah, it smells like fake, like cheap Easter eggs that you would get. But it does smell good, don't get me wrong. So yeah, I'm going to apply a bit of this because I just love bronzer. And this is a really nice matte bronzer. It's actually pretty, it's a lot darker than I remember it. And I know Too Faced have this really nice bronzing set out that I really want. It says, it's like French packaging or something gimmicky like that, but it says Bonjour on the front or something, but it looks really cute. I really want to get that too. So with bronzers I like to use something like this. This is a Zoeva 101 Luxe Face Definer. And I'm just going to dab off the excess on this paper towel thing because I don't want to go in with too much product. And I'm just going to apply some on the cheekbones just to warm up the face. And now that it's getting towards summer, I love bronzer even more. Okay, so that's bronzer. I don't know whether I'm going to use any blush actually, because I really don't have any blush that I particularly like. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a little scavenge in this box. Actually, no, there is one blush that I absolutely love, and it's from this UK brand in Superdrug called Accessorize. And Accessorize is a store that sells jewellery and like random stuff. And they had a makeup line, and I was like, this looks really amazing. Hang on, let me try and find it. Okay, so this is it. It looks like this. I know it looks really like a 2-year-old's makeup, but it's honestly amazing. It's like a marbleized blush. This was like 2-3 years old, guys, so this was way before Hourglass. And this, I would say this is very, very similar to the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. Just has the same texture, but I'm going to use this anyway because I just feel like I never use it, and I don't want to use it because it's limited edition, or I don't think you can get a hold of it anymore, but I'll be super happy to know if you can, so do let me know, any of my UK peeps. What should I use? I'm going to use this brush here. This is Zoeva 106 powder. See how beautiful it is already. It's just like lifts your face up, has the perfect amount of colour. If you don't want to go for that flushed kind of embarrassed blush look, but you want something really pretty and glowing, this is just my favourite blush ever, and it was like £5 or something like that. I'm going to use the other one on the other side so I can show you how similar they are. I think they're pretty similar from last time I checked anyway. This one's actually a bit more peach, but it has the same effect. Yeah, I would say this one's a bit more warmer. This one has kind of what do I call this, kind of a pink highlight running through it. This one is a little bit more suited, to be honest, to my skin, and probably a lot of you guys' skin out there. It's a little bit more forgiving. So while I was looking through my makeup stash, I found this gorgeous, gorgeous colour here. This is Fire and Ice by Revlon. It's a very classic colour and it's very easy to get hold of, and on me personally, I love orangey pink based reds. I think they're very flattering, very summery, and just easy to wear. So I think I'm going to go for that today. And I think lip liners, I never ever wear lip liners, but I have a ton here that I've collected, and some of them are actually in my kit. And I don't know what colour actually matches this. I'm going to do a little swatch. I think probably the best match would be NYX Hot Red. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. Oh, I love it. So when I do my lipstick, I like to kind of even out my lips, make sure they look pouty and film star-ish, if I can try, because I do have really thin lips. So I'm going to start with the bottom. And I kind of work from the centre of the top lip and balance it down. So that's the fullest point of the bottom lip, if that makes sense. So moving on to the eyes, I'm going to go for something a bit crazy that I normally wouldn't use. This is the Illamasqua Pure Pigment in Alluvium, is that what it's called? And the reason I don't use this is because the packaging, it just sucks. It's just like one of these shape things that you have to pull open, and it's kind of like loose powder, you know, that you get, the product just spills everywhere, and when you open it you just get product everywhere. But aside from that, the product inside is gorgeous. I own two shades. I own the Alluvium and Fleur, which is a gorgeous like neutral kind of highlight you could use on your eye or your face. So I'm just going to use this. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, but let's just go for it anyway. I'm just spraying a little bit of water on my brush just so I can collect more of the product. And I'm actually just using a concealer brush just to see how it goes. It's a really pretty colour. I don't think I've ever worn this actually. It's really sad. So next I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of blue just underneath the eye. This is a brand called Rituals. They make really gorgeous kind of spa-like body products, and they have some great stuff, and I can't get hold of it now because I'm in America, but I did really like their products and I was sent this a while ago. This is the Pure Colour Eye Pencil in Royal, and it has like a smudger thing on the end, which I may or may not use. It's pretty nice. So I just added some MAC Smolder Eye Kohl just on the waterline of my eye, because I feel like when you use colours sometimes you can lack definition and it can end up looking like a clown sometimes. So I've just added some definition. I'm just going to smudge in a little bit of that pencil just in between my lashes on the top. And this is a great pencil, but it does not stay on in terms of longevity on the tight line, but it blends out really nicely, which is one of the reasons that I like it. Now because my eyes are particularly small, and when I define them it makes them look even smaller, so I like to take the shadow a little bit above my crease just to open up my eye, and I'm actually taking a different colour. This is a Nars palette that I made, and I actually made this when I worked at Eye Kohl's, and yeah, we had a Nars counter, so I just got given little testers now and again, and no one actually knew they were Nars because they were kind of in the packaging, and I recognised they were Nars and I got all of them. So that's exciting. And I'm just going to apply that with a fluffy brush. Good stuff. So now I'm just going to blend, just to soften up the edges, just to diffuse the colour. And then for mascara, I'm going to be using this little thing here. This is the L'Oreal Lash Out Butterfly. And the whole concept with this when it came out was the brush was meant to be like a butterfly or a fly, and it was meant to really exaggerate your outer lashes. And I never really used it because I didn't think I liked it. But let's see if I like it. Oh, big mess everywhere. Just seems to hold a lot of mascara, like you can't even see the bristles, it's that much. I don't really like it when that happens, but I'm going to take off a lot of the mascara so I can get a nice clean brush. It's definitely defining once I use it. especially when I take off the rest of the product. It's nothing special though, to be honest, it just looks like any other mascara. So that is the end of the tutorial, guys. I hope you liked this video. It was so fun to go through all my makeup and see what the hell I don't use, because most of the products are pretty good and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So I hope you have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye!